Welcome to the League of Women Voters series on climate change, preparedness, and resilience. In this presentation, we will learn about an initiative called Resilient Neighborhoods, which focuses on a place-based planning strategy to prepare for climate change. The Appleton skyline rises above the Fox River and is a treasured view by its citizens. The citizens share a love for their home and hope that their children and grandchildren will also grow to cherish and thrive in that community. In 2013, the Rockefeller Foundation launched the 100 Resilient Cities program. The foundation has worked in 27 countries and in 27 languages, where they have funded a chief resilience officer to lead the building of resilient infrastructure. The goal is that individuals, communities, institutions, businesses, and systems can both survive and thrive no matter what challenge is faced. Strategies exist today for cultivating environmentally sustainable neighborhoods and communities. This presentation will give a brief overview of these strategies. Before we look at strategies, let us look at how neighborhoods and communities are designed. Essentially, a neighborhood is a smaller community within a city or town, allowing its residents to establish a sense of belonging. The diagram illustrates the key elements of a neighborhood, which are highly valued because they aspire to provide a balance of infrastructure while providing opportunities to build relationships with neighbors. This complex process requires planning. Education, access to affordable housing and food stores, clean water, recycling, transportation, and opportunities to socialize and volunteer comprise well-planned communities. So what would a climate-resilient community look like? Resilient neighborhoods would place climate resilience as a goal of these key elements. Neighborhoods would function in a collective spirit to prepare, mitigate, respond, and ultimately to recover from climate events. It would be a part of their identity. A priority in a resilient community is planting trees and maintaining green spaces. Approximately 63% of people in the United States live in cities and depend upon cities providing open and green spaces. Green spaces are associated with better air quality, filtering pollutants, dust, and harmful particles from the air. They also provide shade, which lowers temperatures. Because cool air settles near the ground, air temperatures directly under trees can be as much as 25 degrees cooler than temperatures above nearby blacktop. In addition, waterways also benefit from trees due to reduced soil erosion. Urban green spaces, such as parks, sports fields, woods, lakesides, rivers, and gardens, give people the space for physical activity, relaxation, peace, and an escape from heat. The World Health Organization has highlighted the importance of green spaces in well-being and public health, citing that green spaces boost people's mental and physical health and increase their longevity. Rediscovering that we feel better when close to nature and when exercising in natural habitats has given birth to a concept known as urban rewilding. This movement promotes the reconnecting of people with nature, fosters native species on native land, and features edible landscaping. In fact, studies have shown that even standing behind a window, observing nature, can boost recovery after surgery. Being in the outdoors boosts people's moods, self-esteem, their ability to see things in a positive light, while lowering frustration, worry, and anxiety levels. What a positive impact zoning and urban design can have on our neighborhoods and cities. One major focus of planning is land use, but planning also includes issues such as public health, hazards, housing, transportation, and environmental protection. When developing land use and creating new infrastructure, resiliency and adaptation practices should be promoted. Thus, a resilient city also would demonstrate the oversight of building codes and the land use planning. As of 1998, only 29% of all Wisconsin communities had any kind of land use plan in place. In 1999, Wisconsin's comprehensive planning law was passed, and in 2010 it went into full effect, although it has been weakened over the last decade. Communities should expect officials to be in compliance and have a community vision, creating zoning codes that reduce urban sprawl, provide affordable housing options, preserve green spaces, and promote compact, mixed use, and well-connected cities. Creating green spaces, committing to sustainable infrastructure, monitoring land use, and also eco-friendly transportation are emerging as vital components of resilience. At present, few Midwestern cities have achieved the eco-friendly traveler goal. Eco-friendly cities are ranked on using green transportation, carpooling, biking, walking, and using public transportation. Riding public transit makes a difference. A bus with as few as 7 passengers is more fuel efficient than the average single-occupant auto used to commute. When commuters use these green methods, they can help save money, reduce overall dependency on fuel, and improve air quality. Worthington, Minnesota, Athens, Ohio, and Ames, Iowa are Midwestern cities now ranked as eco-friendly by the data hub of Save on Energy. Presently, no city in Wisconsin has this ranking. Sometimes overlooked is citizen engagement. However, it is the heart of a resilient community and can begin in a neighborhood. In actuality, the majority of community group initiatives were started by one individual, who first engaged their peers, then their neighborhood, and then their entire community. What are the goals of starting a conversation on climate change and of resilient communities? A citizen-led group encourages sustainable consumption, monitors zoning, improves clean air and the solid waste management, reduces overall energy consumption, and takes collective steps to reduce carbon emissions. It has been proven that bottom-up social practices can drive large-scale policy changes. This grassroots community effort should be initiated along with the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act. This well-supported plan imposes a carbon tax on the sale of fossil fuels and distributes the revenue over the entire population as a monthly income or regular payment. Citizen engagement is key. And from all CCL and so many other people, thanks for supporting the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act here. Building resilient cities and neighborhoods is occurring at the state, national, and global levels. Whether one lives in the Fox Valley, New York City, or London, climate preparedness for climate disasters is being taken seriously. Public awareness, inclusivity programs, creating urban green spaces, providing eco-friendly transportation are vital components for this climate-responsible community. The League of Women Voters supports integrating climate change adaptation strategies. Together we can build community resilience to the impacts of climate change. Since citizen engagement is paramount, consider getting involved. Become a neighborhood activist. Watch the entire series on climate change, resilience, and preparedness. Do your part to recycle. Reduce your carbon footprint. Join a local civic organization. Attend open public forums. And don't forget to ask questions of your local leaders. Join the movement. Start learning more about resilient cities and resilient neighborhoods. Thank you for participating in the League of Women Voters initiative to support climate change preparedness and resilience in Wisconsin.